Today I am going to be making a really quick video on how we make our fire cider. I know we shared a lot about this last year in our videos, and so today I just want to show you how we make it. Some of the things that you're going to need to make this, we're going to put the recipe down below in the show notes, but you're going to need a knife, a cutting board, onions, turmeric, ginger root, jalapeños, horseradish, garlic, and some cinnamon sticks. We're also going to need apple cider vinegar. This apple cider vinegar is my homemade apple cider vinegar. You're also going to need a giant mason jar or a couple of small ones and a funnel. And lastly, what you're going to need is a food processor, unless you don't mind chopping and grating everything by hand. We chose yellow onions because we like yellow onions, but feel free to choose any onion that you like. And then I like to have an empty bowl around so we can put all the compost scraps. And we're just gonna put everything into the food processor just to make the pieces a whole lot smaller to fit into our mason jar. Okay, so now I'm just going to scoop everything out and pour it into our mason jar. It doesn't really matter which order you put them in, you can just put them in any order you want. So now what I'm going to do is just take out the garlic cloves out of this head of garlic. You don't need to be too picky about taking off all of the paper on the garlic because it's going to go in the food processor and eventually this will be strained. You don't want the pieces to be too finely chopped, you just want them just to kind of be roughly chopped. Next up, we have our turmeric root. We love turmeric. We like to put powdered turmeric in all of our dishes, and this is a wonderful anti-inflammatory. So I have ginger pieces, and I'm just gonna break them up so that way it'll spin evenly in the food processor, and already it smells amazing. There are so many different recipes out there. You can look up Master Tonic or fire cider recipes, and so many people make them in many different ways. You can just basically find your own recipe or your own ingredients and just make it up as you go along. Some people like to put herbs in theirs or other different kind of peppers or onions. This is what we like in ours, so you can feel free to change it up. The next thing up is the horseradish. And it smells really strong. Actually, all of these ingredients that we've been adding smell really, really, really strong. So as you can tell, I haven't been measuring for this, and you don't really need to measure. It's just kind of whatever you think looks good, or kind of what you have on hand too. But if you really want a true recipe, we're gonna leave one down below in the show notes that you can follow. Oh my gosh, this smells so strong. Now I just want to point out something. Turmeric will stain. It will stain your cookware. As you can tell, we've used lots of turmeric before. So that's some horseradish. Very strong. Okay, so we have this. I kind of just pushed it down just a little bit. And then lastly, oh my gosh, I can't talk. My eyes are watering so bad. And then lastly, you'll want to add cinnamon sticks. You're just going to push them down. Everything is in our jar. Now what we want to do is Okay, so everything's in our jar. So now what we want to do is just add our apple cider vinegar into this mixture. Scobies and all. You just want to pour enough to cover your floating ingredients. Make sure everything's covered. So I just want to give it a little shake so that way all of the ingredients are well mixed. Take out any air bubbles. So you're going to let this steep in a dark corner of your house, maybe in your pantry, for about 4 weeks, and then it will be ready to be strained. So you want to strain it with a sieve, and you can use any sieve that you have. We use this one here, and we just put the funnel right on top, put this here, and then pour it into an empty mason jar, and then we keep it in the refrigerator. And then when you take your Master Tonic or your fire cider, you can just take it in a shot glass, or you can mix it with honey. And we like taking it during the winter time to help fight colds. That's it. That's how we make our Master Tonic or our fire cider. Like I said, we're gonna leave the recipe down below. And if you make it, leave a comment below. Let us know what you think. Thank you for watching, and we hope you have a great day.